Well, let's return to one of our lead stories on the planned nationwide protest where a former governor of Kano State and the national leader of the new Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Kwankwaso, has called on Nigerians and the youth to employ the power of the ballot box to resolve the current economic hardship in the country. Well, he spoke on the background of the planned nationwide protests, and in a statement published on his X handle, Senator Kwankwaso said although the idea of protest resonates with him, Nigerians should rather be patient with the president and give him all the needed support. And for more on this, I'm being joined by the National Secretary of the new Nigeria People's Party, Mr. Dipo Olayokun. Good to have you on the news at 10 tonight. So first off, let's understand why your principle is against the protest, even as we understand the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, is supporting it. What do you make of this?
Yeah, thank you very much. Because you need to study the personality called Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso. He's a man of peace. Anything that is going to affect or truncate whatever we are having now in form of democracy and the peace of the country, always resonates. He doesn't like them. That's exactly why immediately after the 2023 elections, and then there were reasons for NNPP to go to court, but he said it very clear that because of the situation in the country then, that there was no need for NNPP to add to the problem. So it is in line with his character. And I remember that when this thing started, even before he released that statement, he had been doing some consultations with leaders of thoughts, with various groups in the country on the need for Nigerians to maintain the peace and then not to venture into anything that will affect the peace of the country. He made it very clear, and that is the view of a lot of Nigerians. Yes, there are issues, there are reasons why Nigerians should complain, but I think in his own estimation, what is more important is that what comes, or nobody can predict what is going to happen,
right,
especially with the protests. I think that is exactly what he is trying to draw out.
Right.
That we are in a democracy and we are operating a constitutional government, and it's very clear.
Right. Let me
the Constitution is very clear on how the citizens can intervene in matters of governance.
Let me quickly come in here. Apologies for interrupting your flow of thoughts, but some have described his comments now as more political than the interest of Nigeria, because he had said that Nigerians should express their grievances through the ballot, indicating that he might be an opportunist in this case. How would you respond to this?
That's why I said initially that it took me back to immediately after the 2022 election, when NNPP had good reasons to go to the tribunal to challenge the result, especially because of the logo that the INEC used on the ballot paper, which didn't represent our logo. But we said that in view of the situation in the country then, that was 2023 after the election, that NNPP should begin to look ahead of 2027 and then look at what the Constitution says about the intervention of the Nigerians when it comes to governance. If there's any problem with any government, the Constitution is very clear. It's a 4-year tenure. That before you close your eyes and open it, 27 is around the corner. When Nigerians that have any issues with the government of today can express their feelings through the election. And that is his character. And that is the type of person that Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso is.
Right.
If you look at his trajectory and his politics, you will know that he is the one that is playing the politics of late Ibrahim Waziri, of GNPP, that's politics without bitterness. So it is in line with his character. And it is just, that's why I said when this thing started brewing, he had made consultations with leaders of the party, with leaders of thought across the country, some student union. And that is why, as we are drawing close to the date of August 1, I think that's why he believes it is very necessary for these consultations which he has led so that the views can go wider.
And that's exactly what